Food and Wine Festival 2024. Here we go. So we are all scanned in to DCA for their first day of Food and Wine Festival. Now this festival runs through April 22nd, so you got some time to do it. We're gonna go pick up some tabs. We're gonna try some food today. It's a very quick trip for me today, so I'm gonna try to fit it all into this video if I can. I hope I can. If not, we'll have to come back and do more. So the hype is real for Food and Wine. People are waiting in line for their Sip and Savor passes. This year, there are 2 different options for Sip and Savor. You can get 8 tastings or 4, and Magic Key discounts do apply on the 8 tasting card. Now, in true Disney fashion, we have a lot more drinks and a lot less food for the festival this year, but that's okay. We do have some things to try, some things I'm actually really excited to try, and the booths just opened, so let's get to it. So we picked up our Sip and Savor pass, which both have 8 tastings on them. We actually got 2 of them. They were $56. Magic Key discounts do apply, but this is gonna be like a lifesaver. And this year they have an option for 4 tastings. If 8's too much, if you're just here trying a couple things, you can buy a Sip and Savor that has 4 options instead of 8, which is a lot cheaper, about $31, I believe. And they're doing the scan again. So if you came for Lunar New Year and you got your Sip and Savor for Lunar New Year, you noticed that the back was different. Everything was scanned and you had a pin to enter in. They're doing the exact same thing with Food and Wine. So we also picked up our tasting passport, which has all the booths and all the foods in it. This is like your guide. You can pick these up at any of the little stops along the way down the entire festival alley. This is the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese. We're starting off with this. It's a pickled crunchy topping on the top. I think it's like a pickled onion that's crispy now. So let's try that out. So that first item we had, the barbecue mac and cheese, delicious. Just a tiny little bit of pickle flavor in those onions. Just enough to add just a tiny little something to it. Doesn't really taste like pickles, not overpowering, but absolutely delicious. So next up over here at Uncork, California, right across from the Avengers Campus entrance, we're gonna be trying the raspberry almond cake. It says almond cake with raspberry mousse and fresh raspberries. But I think what Disney really wants you to try is the drinks. They want you to spend money on the drinks. So you got like a margarita option here, you got your mimosa flight options here, you got your wine options here. That's kind of what they're pushing this year. Not so much the food items, but a lot of the drinks. They want you to get your drink on. This is the raspberry tart. Looks nothing like the picture, but looks good. So we tried the raspberry cake tart thing. Really good. Feels kind of almond extracty, so not very almondy, but very, very good. I would get it again. It was a little cold, so it was a little like harder, like they kept it in the fridge, but very good. Now we are headed to Hollywoodland for our 3rd item. So over here in the back lot, looks like there's some entertainment. Wow. So our 3rd options here, I guess 3rd and 4th out of 14 are the carnita style pork belly and the Baja style fish tacos. We got both of those. This is our 3rd item. Look at how sad that pork belly is. It's tiny. You're kidding. You've got to be joking. Portions from LA street style, and the presentation of the whole thing was a big, but the pork belly melts in your mouth. The elote mac salad, delicious. LA street style, do not miss that pork belly. And then this is our 4th item, which is the fish taco, which looks a little sad too. I think LA style is just not the place to be. We'll see flavor-wise, but presentation so far and like portion-wise, I don't know. So the fish taco, not a fan of that. It tasted very grainy, had tomatoes all over the top of it. If you know me, I hate tomatoes, so docked some points for that because I just hate tomatoes. But if you love tomatoes, it's covered in them. But the fish itself tasted fine. The outside, grainy. I wouldn't do it. They've once again added Gwen Stefani to the playlist, and I'm just over the moon. So our next items are over here at Earth Eats. We are getting the Impossible Chicken Parm Bites and Impossible Beef Stroganoff. So next up is the Impossible Beef Stroganoff. It's all Impossible meat from Earth Eats. The Stroganoff, the Impossible Stroganoff, delicious. Can't even tell it's Impossible meat. Pasta was cooked perfect. It just tasted amazing. I would totally get that again. And our sixth item to try is the Impossible Chicken Parm. I don't know about Impossible. Sometimes they hit the nail on the head, but other times just falls flat. The chicken parm, delicious. Tasted really good. Texture was a little bit off, but if you didn't tell me that it was Impossible, I would have never known. Now, even though they are Impossible, they are not vegan. They have cheese and sour cream smothered all over them. So just keep that in mind. So our next item is the chicken lollipop from Studio Catering Co., which is the red trolley over here in Hollywoodland. This is the chicken lollipop with a poblano, mashed potato, and crispy fennel. So that lollipop chicken, skip it, flavorless. I kind of liked the potatoes and the sauce that they had put on it, but nothing special. I wouldn't waste a tab on that. And then obviously the merch, Disney's California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. The front says, same thing. Food and Wine Festival, very plain. With Mickey on it, but plain. Plain Jane. We also got this bag with a couple of the booth names all over it, which is kind of cute, Loungefly. And then the shirt.
Sorry, $16?
Oh, designed for magic key holders is the shirt. Some more of the merch here. Looks like we got some coasters. Salt and pepper shakers that are in the shape of a trash can. You got your ears. Okay. A magnet, a little ornament, I guess. And then a Peppers Caliente bringing the heat shirt. So random. That is so random. Next up on our list is the Delish booth. Ordered the olive oil cake with lemon curd and vanilla bean chantilly. So this is the olive oil cake from the Delish booth. It has like a little jelly on it. I just love watching it jiggle. Looks like they also have the return of the Jammin' Chef show over here, right in front of the Little Mermaid. More of the entertainment, live music festivals. Look at all this going on. We got Hiatus here, Thomasina, Tina Aldana. It's gonna be awesome. So next up we're at Peppers Caliente, and we got the empanada. Of course we had to get the empanada. It's the best item, so delicious. We also got the shrimp papa locas, cheddar bacon potatoes with jalapeno cheese sauce and chipotle shrimp. If that's what they look like, it's gonna be delicious. Here it is, the glorious empanada. It's so delicious. I can use a whole tab on just these. Empanadas again, spot on, so good, have so much heat in them. Ooh, girl, they were spicy. And here are the shrimp papa locas. That's a very disappointing presentation, but as we learned, the presentation tells us nothing about the dish. So, well, it does tell us everything about the dish, but it also tells us nothing about the flavor of the dish. So let's try this out too. And then the shrimp potato dish was also really good. I would give it like a 4 out of 5. Not all the way there, but definitely good enough to get, and I would get it again. It was very delicious. And again, proves our point that looks aren't everything. You gotta try the dish in order to see if you like it or not, because it didn't look the best, but it did taste pretty well. And a big avocado time photo op. It's very random that they're selling merch that's themed to their booths. It's like very specific. What is that just flew out from behind DCA? I'm scared. Can we talk about this? So bougie. So bougie. Oh my gosh, I need to come back for one. That's so crazy. Next up, we're at California Craft Brews for the cheeseburger bao. So over here at California Craft Brews, we got the cheeseburger bao and the s'mores caramel tart. And then we talked a little bit about the entertainment that happens here at Food and Wine Festival. It's gonna be taking place down here. So right in front of the Ferris wheel, they got their stage set up with a little, you know, area for the performers to do their thing. So this is the cheeseburger bao. Again, the tomatoes on top are turning me off, but we're gonna try it. Come on, cheeseburger bao. Oh my gosh, if you've ever had the egg rolls at Walt Disney World that are the cheeseburger, exactly that. Tasted just like a Big Mac. Oh my goodness, delicious. And then this is the s'mores tart. All right. And I am not gonna try the s'mores tart because I have cut chocolate out of the diet for the time being. So that's not happening for me, but I'm sure it's really good and we'll get somebody else's opinion on it. So Marina and I have very similar palates. So she's gonna try out the s'more tart for us and let you know if it's worth it or if it's not worth it.
Yeah, so she's gonna love that. She has to hold onto the fence. She has to hold onto the fence, guys. That doesn't happen very often, I'll warn you now.
There's nothing I love more than chocolate and caramel in equal levels.
Okay.
This one hits it.
Woo! You'd get it again. Okay. And it is a beautiful day over here. Look at the sky with the fun wheel. It's like low 60s today. It feels amazing. If Disneyland could be like this every time, I would be here every day. So we are winding down with our food here. Ending over here at Cluckadoodle Moo for their cheese pizza flavored wings. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. When they get creative like this, it gets a little dangerous. So here are the cheese pizza flavored wings with the ranch that's very dilly. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how this tastes. Cheese pizza chicken wings. Immediately no. Not good. Don't even try to humor yourself getting those. They are not good. The cheese pizza flavoring on the outside is disgusting and tastes so artificial and just not good. And then they just put so much dill in their ranch that you're just overpowered. Next, skip that. So we're ending over here at Golden Dreams with the frozen old-fashioned bourbon flavored ice cream, bitters crema, orange zest glaze, and cherry spheres. So this is the old-fashioned ice cream with bitters crema and orange zest and I don't know, it doesn't sound good. Bourbon ice cream, I guess, sounds good, but I don't know. So we just had the bourbon ice cream. I could pass on that. Chris and Marina really liked it. I would just not. I don't know. It was like orange. The orange flavor was great, but it was very creamy too. It was like kind of like, it reminded me of like a creamsicle almost. It was very orangey, but also very just creamy. I don't know. I'd pass. Very specific flavors in that thing. And the return of Soarin' Over California always happens during Food and Wine Festival. So if you loved the California version, it is back for a limited time. We got the dog on duty over here. Pluto. The return of Grizzly River Run is happening today. The ride just reopened just in time for the hotter days that are going to be coming up. We had so much rain, but I feel like end of spring and into summer is going to get very hot and humid. So this ride is going to be a must. So that is it for me over here at DCA for the Food and Wine Festival 2024. We tried so many new items, 15 or 16 to be exact. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss other videos like this. We might come back and try some more specific things from like restaurants. If you want to see that, let me know. I will come back and do that for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.